put on this computer, turn up my volume. Hopefully my battery doesn't die because looking like that's getting low. Guys, not for us over here. Okay, so girls, welcome, welcome, welcome to our call. Okay, we're good. Okay, so let me pull up. Oh, I probably shouldn't have started a full screen until I got to share my screen with you guys first. I swear I will get it back together. Nikita, it's so nice to see you on a call again. It's nice to have you back and jumping back in. We missed you. Where am I? And I love that you created a Shift Shop album and that you're starting to post. I found that to be a really cool way for me to post without feeling like I'm constantly posting on Beachbody. I feel like it was just like an album that I'm adding things to so people can follow my journey. I've seen some other coaches do that and I really liked it. And I kind of forget. I started with my postpartum journey. Yeah, just kind of forgot. So, okay, share my screen. There we go. Okay, so you guys can see my screen, right? With my little crazy vision board back here. We're going to talk about vision board really soon. Renee, remind me that I got to talk to you about your placement of your, you've got 2 coaches right now, but it looks like both on this. Just remind me because I'm so scared right now. I'm going to forget. There was something else random, but Marissa, is Kelly going to be on with us tonight or no? Okay. She's rocking it, though. I thought, okay, let me see. I know she already hit Success Club. Woo, woo. Okay, how do I even, you guys, I do this every single time we have a call. Someone tell me how do I start this thing. I'll figure it out eventually. Lala, asking my dog if she knows how. No, don't come over here. No, I just want to know how to start this thing. Hold on, because mommy doesn't ever know how to start the slideshow. Lala, sit down. We're wasting precious battery time. There we go. Slideshow. Guys, I'm so bad. Okay, I'm not even going to mute everybody because I don't think I need to. Lala, no. Sit down from the beginning. Here we go. Okay, guys. Whew, we got it. Okay, so first things first, some announcements. So I'm going to fly through this so your ears are about to spin. Team Cup registration's going on now. I have my team of 5. I am hoping to see a lot more teams in our downline. So definitely don't feel like you have to be some big leader to lead a team. We've got people that don't have a team that want it. So if you've got a coach or 2 and you are looking to, it's very simple. You can reach out to me and I can help you. You can be added to my group and share a lot of my posts. I'm here to help you guys, but also want to empower you and know that you can do it. I had no idea what I was doing. I ran my first Team Cup team like 4 months after I started coaching. And you just kind of try to inspire each other, hold each other accountable. I had no idea what I was doing. I get a little bit better every time, I guess. Maybe not. But you don't have to do that much besides, hang out together and share your goals and check in with each other and do the best that you can do and have fun with it. So registration going on now. I highly recommend everybody get on a team. You are going to 4 times more money, probably rank advance, it's Success Club a lot easier. All kinds of things. August is a very tough month. I hope it's not for you, but it has been my worst month in the business both years in a row. This will be my 3rd August, and I am praying that it is not that way. Last time I started at -4. Looks like a return is going to be coming through where I'm going to start this one at -2, but I'm telling myself this August is going to be. So mind over matter. And a team note, it'll really help. It'll be a lot of fun. July 31st, you guys, a lot of you have decided to start another challenge group. So if you have not hit Success Club yet, or maybe you hit Success Club like 6 or 8, but you want to get 10 so that you have all that money coming in next month from the Shakeology leads, the Success Program ones, and paying for all your stuff, definitely make sure that you get in on this. The whole entire team can do it together. It doesn't matter. Sometimes it does get hairy trying to run like 2 groups at the same time. You just want to make sure you're not posting the same week in both groups. And honestly, it can totally be done. So like Nikita, I know you're just kind of jumping back in. So if you want to be able to advertise for this group, you still got plenty of time for people. I believe, Megan, you're on the call, right? I think you might be muted, but I think you guys are planning to start prep week on the 31st, right? Let me see where she is. Megan, nod your head if you're doing prep week. Yes. Okay. So prep week's going to be the 31st. So that means you guys have plenty of time to advertise and get people in. And I'm so proud of Megan and everybody who was like, nope, I'm not hitting my goals. And just because it didn't happen yet, it's still going to happen. So there's plenty of space. I'm sure they'd love to have you join in. And then of course, if you hit sub, aside from all of the other huge things that does for you and your business, you get a free Shift Shop tank top. And who doesn't want that? Okay. So Shift Shop, you guys know most of us are starting today. If you're in the challenge group, please make sure you don't forget to log your shakes and workouts in your My Challenge tracker. If you're in my group, I created a separate group just to log shakes and workouts, not to actually coach in it. Because at the end of the week, you want to take that blue screen and the green screen of it gives you all your shakes and workouts and post it on Instagram. And there's a couple hashtags. So look at the FAQ. I'm sorry, I forgot to put the number on here. But that is going to be, oh no, did my recording not? Oh, please tell me that the recording started.
No, it's recording.
Okay, thank God. Woohoo! I don't know how you can see that. So that is going to also be a big thing. You saw me advertise about it, but for our clients and stuff, they could be like $100 a day or $1,000 a day. So also we're eligible for that, and you're eligible to run more than once. So Diamond bonus. If you saw me post from Summit that there's a new bonus program where you can make another extra $500 now before the year is over, just for hitting either Diamond or Star Diamond. And I know it might seem super far off and super high up there. I started a Diamond thread. I'm trying to help break it down for you guys. It's really so simple. Some of you like Renee, I mean, she just got started, and I saw today she already has 2 coaches signed up. And so that right there is already Emerald. So Thursday, that's one of my next announcements. She's going to be Emerald. And I mean, she probably feels like she just started, and she didn't even think she was going to do it like 2 weeks ago. And then here she is in Emerald like a week later. And that's how it works. It's really simple. We just have to kind of justify it and know that then Diamond is simply hitting Emerald again and again and again. That's it there. And Diamond is what you want to be shooting for, because that is when the real money starts to come in, and all kinds of things from, I mean, it's ridiculous bonuses and this and that. So I have a thread going on between the coaches. It's like I have a new coach thread and an Emerald head. I have a thread for people who are trying to hit Diamond over the next few months. And let me know if you want to be in on that if you're not already. There is a free trip, the Success Club trip that I just announced that I'm going to be going on to the Mexican Riviera with my husband in April. There are still spaces for that, ladies, and all you do to get it is hit Success Club. It's pretty simple. They're giving away 3 rooms every month for newer coaches. So check out the FAQ in your back office on that, because you guys could totally be there with me, and it doesn't matter when you start or how long you've been coaching. The National Wake Up Call happened today. I tried to log on twice, and it's not they've been having a big problem with the podcast where it's not coming to the podcast for, I mean, even the last week's one still isn't even up there. So I don't know why there's such a lag time. When you call on the playback number, you have to listen to all the announcements and recognition, which is actually easy because you need to visualize your name being said on there too. But today I didn't end up having the time with playing the call and the voice and all that kind of hour. So I'm going to be listening to it probably tomorrow. But they really are game changers, especially for new coaches. Most of my aha moments are there. And when you hear these ladies who have only been in the year and they're already home full time and they're already making 6 figures and this and that, you realize when they share their story and they share that they didn't want to do the shake and that they didn't have the money for their own challenge pack and they that they're not different than you. And it helps you start to think, like, why not me? Like, I really could do this, and everything might be changed. Like, they're not any different than me. And you'll have these aha moments, and these are the top coaches sharing their top tips and trainings. I learn every call. I mean, game changer. So be on them, and all the announcements you need to know are on there. For Saturday, there's going to be these are quarterly. Our next one here in Atlanta, we have Chris Downing coming too. I'm on the Atlanta Market Council here in Atlanta, so I get the honor of helping to plan this event, and we're just kind of starting to do that. And so on September 23rd, we is our date down here, and it's usually company wide, like that weekend or so. So make sure that you think about it, throw it on your calendar, make sure you're going to be off, because showing up to these events will 110% you feel kind of lonely when you're an entrepreneur. Team calls help, so kudos to you guys all for showing up. But when you can actually get to an event like Super Study or Summit, everything will change for you. And trust me. Recognition. So July Success Club, we already have Marissa, came back super strong this month. She's at like 8 right now, and I know she's going to be at 10. Kelly, her coach, already hit Success Club for the first time, Success Club 6, and that's cool because Marissa's already growing a team, and that means she's like halfway to Diamond, which is very exciting. Pretty much, almost. Kim, oh yeah, that's me. I'm giving myself a shout out, not because I want to recognize myself, even though no one is recognizing me sadly, but I don't need it. The reason why I'm doing it is because I want you guys to know that I'm here with you and I'm pushing, and I am not just somebody who tells you to do something and I'm not doing it myself. So I decided to add that back on the board, and then I got my husband to at C6. So close to Success Club is Lorette. This is going to be her month. Renee, who actually, I believe when your order comes through, you're going to be at 6, I think. I think the one last night will add the 2 on. And then Steph and Jasmine, you guys are so close. So having points on the board at all is a big deal, because every single point of view is a life that you guys help to do. So never take that for granted or underestimate That is enough. Megan, I want to give some random shout outs for really cool stuff. Megan has started a fit club of her own, something that I definitely did not do for like a year and a half in the business. And it's really cool that she just decided to jump on board. And I love, one of my favorite things about Megan is when she was like super nervous and didn't trust herself in her first like free group we did together. And then the next one, she probably wanted to do again, but she was like, you know what? I just need to do it myself. I'm scared as all get out. I have no idea what I'm doing, but the only way to learn is to do it. And that's why I know she's going to be really successful in this. And she keeps pushing past those fears, especially at a time when she's got a little one and a lot going on. She could have used every excuse in the book, and she's not, because she's not interested in that anymore. So awesome job doing a fit club, because she's adding value every day, and then she's got a place that she's just building relationships with people who haven't joined the challenge group yet. A really good idea for all of us. I am bombing my Fit with Faith Fitness one right now because I just can't remember to post in every single place. So awesome job. Also, Lorette has obviously been practicing voice memos that we've been seeing in our new coach strand, and that I didn't do for like 2 years for this. So it's personal. It's not for everyone. You can try it. It might work well for you. It might not, but her voice is so chipper and cheery. I mean, don't you guys love her voice? So it's a really good way for her, and she's rocking it, and I think it's going to work really well for her. So awesome job with that, Lorette. And I know you've been inviting like 15 people yesterday and all this stuff, and it's really cool to just get past that hump. Jeff, I don't think she's on the call tonight. At least she had said she couldn't be on here, but she's been posting more about her imperfections and being vulnerable, which is something that's been really challenging for her in her business. It is something that kind of took time and personal development, and so I'm really proud of her for that. And Marissa, an awesome video of her working out, was one of the first ones I think I've ever seen from her, and it was awesome. Meal planning, she did an awesome post yesterday. It just feels real life when you kind of, instead of obsessing about what to post on Facebook, when you're just sitting there and you're making your meal plan and you just turn your camera around and take a picture, you're just letting people into your life. You're just letting them see what you're doing, and they start to be on that journey with you. It's not about staging something. It's literally just what you're living, and you just share it. So awesome job. She's always really authentic with her posts, and I love the way she shares her journey. Shannon, I don't think she's on here yet, is she? Did she hop on? Because I've been getting all these notifications. But Shannon's been doing a really, really awesome job with her belief in herself when there's no result yet. She is just unwavering. Even when she feels a little bit of doubt, she just is like, I've got this. I know I've got this. She's already hopped on my team cut thing, and it's been like blowing it up with her goals. I think she might be the only one who shared already, and she wants Emerald this month, and she is so flawlessly consistent with her personal development, which is the most important. And she sits and finishes the program, shares her results like a boss. She had a great post today about her non-scale victories, and I'm just loving these posts, ladies. Renee is going to be Emerald on Thursday, which is so exciting because she's still a brand spanking new, and it's awesome. I'm not surprised. She's making awesome posts. She's posting her tracker already. She's sending out invites like crazy. Definitely a person to watch on the team. She's doing it really authentically too. I love it. So great job, girl. Christy, I don't think she's on either, but she had awesome results from the Ultimate Reset. She lost like 18 something pounds. She's doing amazing. But keep her in your prayers. Her grandma just passed away. She's having a tough time. So, and Nikita just hopped back in, and I told her I'm really happy to have her back. She went through a lot of issues, health issues and gallbladder stuff, and now she's kind of getting back and feeling better, and she started with a bang shift shop today, and already is sharing her journey in that album, like I said, to kind of let people follow along. And also Nikita, I saw that she had somebody, which we all do, who posted on it that she ordered like the on-demand yesterday, and Nikita was like, what? Why didn't you tell me? And I wanted to let you know, in case you don't know, this is for anybody on the call, when somebody does that, because they all do, and it's so stinking, flipping annoying. I always mean to make a post about the fact that, like, I just really want to make a post and be like, hey, I'm a coach. Do you know what that means? That means if you ever order anything through Beachbody, you should order it through me because you're supporting my business. Did you know that a coach is free? I'm literally going to be doing this probably like once every few months. I don't know why, because I've said I'm going to do it a billion times, but honestly, many people don't know. They talk to me, they take all my time, and then they go order it, and they're just like, oh, can I be in your challenge group? And oh, I could have ordered through you. I'm like, oh my gosh. So anyways, whether or not she did it for any certain reason, here or there, you have like up to 14 days. It used to be 30, but 14 days so all you need to do is like send her a PM. I would not go back and forth right there on the comment thread. I would do what you did, which is like, awesome, girl, you should let me know. I would love to coach you. I'm going to shoot you a PM. That's what I would do. And then I would send her a PM and be like, hey, you ordered. Oh my goodness, I have a group that just started today. You want to be in it? It's going to help you be way more successful and consistent and accountable. We got this awesome group of ladies. Have you ever been in a challenge group before? Wait for her to answer. I'm sure she will, especially once you've told her, you've left her with that thing to make her wanting more, like, oh, there's a group that's going to help me be way more successful. And the cool thing is that whatever she purchased, you can, all you need to do is be like, yeah, girl, I'd love to add you to the group. All I need to know is your order number and your email address. Or you can just screenshot or forward me that confirmation email from Beachbody for the order that you placed. You don't have to tell her what you're doing with it or anything. And then you can make her, you call Beachbody customer coach relations, and you can make her your customer and just ask them for the volume and commission transfer. So you have 14 days that whether or not she already purchased, you can still make the money from that purchase. So I do that a lot of the time. Trust me, no money gets by me. Okay, so as for the content of the call, so I'm super excited about this because this is something that I feel like I'm very hard on myself. I think that I do nothing right ever, and I'm like the worst leader and so disorganized and all these things. I'm super nasty to myself, and it's something that I constantly have to do personal development in. But I will tell you that one thing I know that I rock is overcoming objections. And so I'm really excited to share some of the things that have been working for me, some of the things I learned at Summit, and some of the things that I learned from a top coach preparing for this call. So hopefully this helps you. Take notes on whatever you want to, try whatever, implement it. But before we even start talking about objections, because we're all going to get them, right? We've already gotten them, and there's all different reasons why. We have to talk about yours first. Because your objections, you had objections coming into this, correct? Maybe it was about coaching. Maybe it was about the challenge group. Maybe it was about the cost. Maybe it was about the shake. Maybe it was about like whatever. But we had them. And first, before you get aggravated or frustrated with somebody for giving you an objection, stop and hold up the mirror and remind yourself of what was going through your head. Did it take you a while? Did you make me wait for you for a while? Did you follow me for a year or two like Stephanie? Did you tell me you were interested in the shake? Did you, whatever it was. So what held you back at first? And think about it. What made you nervous? What were your hesitations? How long did you have to think about it and why? And really what held you back? And then what pushed you over that? That is going to make you able to relate to people, and that is what they want. That is what makes you a person and not a robot, a coach, somebody who cares, and somebody who is authentically sharing your story to help others. So remember to be relatable, because I know that I started to get so annoyed by all the objections, and I forgot that I had all of them myself. So also a good thing to note is that your objections will likely be the objections that you receive. Don't ask me how it happens, why it happens. I don't know, but it is. So if you were super nervous about cost and you felt like it was way too expensive, I can guarantee you that your objections for a while are going to be based on cost. So this is also why you need to be sharing your story regularly, like what you felt when you first signed up, or how you were feeling, then what you found, and all of that stuff, like how you feel now. So that, for example, like in a post, I made a post a little while ago where I said, I still can't believe I had a picture of me with my shake, or just my shake, and I said, I still can't believe that I said, that I told my coach I would never drink that shake, that I was not interested, literally, this was my post. Like, I was just like, I vaguely remember telling her I would never, I can't afford it, and I would never drink it even if I could, and I don't need shakes to be healthy, and I was like, that's funny. I haven't been able to get through a day in over a year without needing one of these at some point to stay on track. That was my post. That was a shift for me away from speaking at people, which is something I'll share toward the end of the call, and speaking to me, because nobody likes it. If you go to the top coaches pages and you watch, I just actually saw, I vowed to stop watching coaches, but I did check Ashley Smith's page tonight because I have some weird obsession with her. I love her. And she said something that was really good, but where you could tell that she was sharing it, but she was saying it about herself. Her excuse about food, she's like, sometimes I excuse away, I don't have time, I've got a newborn, whatever. She's like, but no more. So she's talking to herself, but in a way that any other mom with a baby or a little kid who's using that excuse is going to feel that. That's the point. So anyways, has your belief changed? So whatever your objections were, was it cost, shake, whatever, how has your belief changed? I assume that it has, or you probably wouldn't be here. And if it has, what changed? What did you realize? That's what you need to be sharing in your posts. And if that hasn't changed, if you still feel like this challenge pack is way too expensive, or the shake is way too expensive, you need to work on that first. You need to find that value. You need to think about what this means to you. You need to, consider that heavily, and get kind of that right with yourself, or you will keep having this communications. Now, are you expecting to get this objection, whether it's the cost one or any certain one? And that's something that, of course, you're probably like, no. Like, I'm not saying do you want them, but are you expecting them? Because there is another thing, and it's not like I believe in the universe, like laws and all that kind of stuff. there's just something about like a part of our thoughts in the Bible, like as a man thinketh, so he is. What you're thinking about, if you're like bracing and expecting a financial objection, guys, I can guarantee that you're going to get it. And I had a coach who hit diamond on my team, and she doesn't really work the business anymore, but we had a one-on-one call months after just coaching, and I was just like, well, what's going on? All of her posts were doing well. She was talking to so many people and nobody was signing up. And she said, well, I'm just getting the financial objection like all the time. Like nobody has the money. Nobody in my network has money. And I know Steph goes through this a lot. And I asked her, I was like, well, do you think it's expensive? And because she said something that made me think that she did. And she was like, well, yeah, I mean, I didn't have the money when I signed up. So I kind of feel like a sham asking other people to afford that money. And I was like, okay, so there's the problem right there. But why would you feel like a sham? Because you did put forth the money. Something triggered you to feel like that investment was worth it. That's what you need to be sharing. And then what you've realized about that investment being worth it is also what you need to be sharing with these people when you're talking to them to help them work through that objection. They don't yet see the value of it, but you do because you're on the other side. So you have to help convey that to them. So don't expect those objections. You've got to do the personal development every day before you do these invites so that you're not in that negative headspace, especially when they start to roll in. Notice I just got one from somebody I was excited about. I'm not phased. Trust me, but it took me a while to get here. I feel like this is like a brick wall now. There's no stopping me. So we also must believe before we can receive. So you have to like believe that you're going to get people saying yes to you, that these people are flowing in. If you're like, gosh, no one wants to do this. No one, I haven't helped anybody sign up yet. I'm not being nearly successful as these other coaches. This just isn't working for me. I don't know why it's not working for me. That is going to keep happening. So you've got to get out of that place and you've got to believe in yourself. I don't care if you have to write it all over your mirror like I have it right now, or post it wherever, or have it on your background of your computer or your phone or whatever, but you've got to start with believing in yourself. And when you start sharing more publicly about whatever your objection is that you're getting a lot of, and you're addressing it in your posts, you will stop getting it. Trust me. So what are the common objections we all hear? I don't have the time. I don't have the money. That wouldn't work for me because XYZ. I could never work out at home. Oh, I'm not a shake person. I don't do those shakes. These are limiting beliefs. Those people don't know that they can do this yet, and we have to show them that they can and how they can. Those are excuses. And even the money one, I did not believe money was an excuse. That was my story. That was truth. That was real life. If my coach looked at me and said, I'm sorry, sweet pea, but that's an excuse. So are you going to get signed up? I would have been like, I think you're missing something. I said I don't have the money. Let me tell you why I know it's an excuse now. Who was I talking to this week? I think it was Renee at my house. That I was at Summit. Darren Hardy was talking, and he was talking about there's two buildings. He's like, okay, there's a plank of wood right here. I'm going to give you guys $20. Who's going to walk across the plank of wood? Everybody raised their hands. Okay, now I'm going to put that up on 2 skyscraper buildings and ask you to walk across it for $20. Who's going to do it? And like, nobody wanted to do it, of course, because you could die. And then he's like, okay, well, your kid is on the side of that other building and it's on fire. Are you going to walk across it? And of course, everybody said yes. And he's like, I don't get it. What just changed? And he's like, because I didn't even offer you $20 this time. And now you're going to do it. And now there's like a fire involved and whatever. He's like, what changed is the why power. Why power. That kid, your child on the other side, that's why you were going to do it. We have to help people connect their why. And I'll get to that too. We have to help them believe in themselves. It's not about shakes, not about money. Because guess what, you guys? I didn't have money to get my hair done at one point when I had a professional photo shoot, and I really, really, really wanted it done. And I was praying about it, and I was in there finally like, no, I'm at Summer Challenge Parks, whatever. I was like, no, I need it, and I need it now, or it's not going to happen. And I went and sold stuff out of my house so that I had the money that I needed to get my hair done because I wanted it that bad. It's kind of a silly example because your hair really doesn't mean anything next to your health, but it goes to prove my point that when you want something that bad, you'll make it happen. And I see it every day in my business. I've got a girl right now who I was literally going to send her a free bag of Shakeology because her and her husband just got separated. She's got 3 kids right now and a baby she's raising by herself. Had to move in with her family. She's on Medicaid and food stamps. This girl has been for a year and a half saying no to me. And I was about to send her the bag. I asked her for her address and she actually told me no. I told her I was going to send it to her with my 21-day fix because I just wanted to help her get started. And God put this on my heart. And I don't usually do this. And she was one of the first people when I felt like really led to do it. And she's like, no, I'm ready. I'm going to make this happen tomorrow. My husband's helping me. He knows how much I need to do this. And we're trying to work through stuff, whatever. And she could have just said, oh, great. Yeah, I'll speak free. That says a lot about her and her integrity. And she is somebody who that money probably could have gone a million other places. And she's barely getting by. But she knew how much she needed to change. And she was ready to make it. So let that show to show you that when somebody really is ready to make a change as well. So we all know we're going to get objections. People are looking for reasons to say no, and you've just got to remember they're looking for that reason to say no because they don't really believe in themselves and that this is going to work for them. That's the big issue. So before we get to that too, objections are normal, okay? They're bound to happen. It's a defense mechanism. It's human nature. It's something that everybody gets. I get them. You get them. The top coaches get them. They just get them way more. But you got to remember, this is a learning experience for you as a coach. And any no is honestly, it's not a no. It's a not right now. And I heard that and I thought it was BS when I was a new coach. But it's completely true. And trust me, from someone who's been in business 2.5 years, pretty much everybody that told me no or not right now has signed up with me since. So objections are nothing more than self-limiting beliefs. When I say that they're normal and they're bound to happen, whenever you tell someone that they can get healthy and fit in a way that they don't think they can, they're going to give you an objection, right? Like, I know that for me, I was like, oh, at-home workouts, please, those can't be hard enough. I know a lot more. Like, I could challenge myself way more at a gym. Funny. But I truly felt that, and I believe that. So you just have to remember that it's kind of unconventional for people. They don't know yet what is a challenge, how can this help them, whatever. And that these at-home workouts are really that great. It's human nature, because if you see somebody posting about how motivated they are, you guys, and they're eating so well, what's your inclination? What's going to happen? So maybe you were watching me before you joined. What was your first thought? Go ahead and be honest and say it. Maybe you were, what's the word? Like, oh, she's doing something I'm not doing. Oh, she looks better than me. Oh, she's actually prioritizing her health, taking care of herself. It is, and I've had people tell me that I've made them feel bad about themselves, which is terrible because that's not cool. Sometimes people think that, especially if we're acting like we're up there doing it, and they're not. They're still down here where we started, which is why we always have to be speaking to ourselves where we started and never forgetting where we came from and where we were at when we started this, because those are the people that we're trying to. So we have to think of all the reasons why we couldn't do it, but we felt we couldn't do it, and talk about those more. Defense mechanism, because they're all embarrassed, because they're embarrassed to tell you that they don't understand, how it can help them, or that they don't know that they can do it, or that they don't have the money. Guys, that's not an easy thing to say. It's easy for me because I share like crazy and whatever. I'm just weird like that. But for the majority of people, it's not easy for them to say that. They feel like a failure. They might not want to tell you that they're on Medicaid, food stamps, or whatever. So you got to keep that in mind as well. And then it's not a no. So here's the thing. An objection has absolutely nothing to do with you. It has absolutely nothing to do with me. But the problem for us as coaches is we tend to put it on ourselves, right? We dismiss it. We're like, oh, I did something wrong. I said something wrong. I'm not doing this enough. I'm doing that too much. I got shot down again. We take it personally when it's not personal. So that's, again, why we need to do PD, but we just have to keep this in mind. It is all about them. That's what an objection is. It's also a learning experience for us, though, because it helps us to become better coaches and better leaders. And it is a learning process for us. I am way better at helping people walk through their objections than I ever was before. When I first got them as a new coach, I was like, oh, okay, well, thanks for considering. Have a nice day. How do you feel? Bye. That was me. I mean, now I'm like, I'm sorry, say what? Is this thing on? Because you didn't just tell me no, because I'm totally not taking no for an answer. I know how much you want this. We're getting you signed up, but what do I have to do? So, there's a huge difference. That's a big shift for me. And a lot of personal development and a lot of growth as a coach and patience with myself as I learned how to talk to people. And a whole lot of training and calls. So anyways, just remember, though, that everybody gets them. It's not something to give up over. I can promise you that. Wait, hold on a minute. I made a note and I just confused myself. So if you give up on yourself over an objection, that's you giving up on yourself. That's exactly what they're doing. That's exactly what we're getting upset about, right? Is that they're making they're not even trying. That's exactly us doing this, giving over something that we have no control over. We have no control over if somebody decides to shoot us down or not to answer us or to whatever. We can only control what we can control, which is why I never let all my chickens rest in one basket. I am never going to just sit there and say, oh, I have 3 people interested in purchasing. Awesome, that's the best club. No, because I'm sure you've already noticed a lot of times people go missing. They are not ready this month. Something comes up. They don't get back to you, whatever. So that's why I'm constantly inviting more people. To get up to that, I can only control what I can control, but I cannot control those objections very much. I'll share some tips and ways that you can help lessen them, but ultimately, if somebody's going to give us one, we can't control that. Just know they're normal. Everybody gets them. You're not doing something wrong. Always, just with an objection, remove yourself from the situation, okay? If I gave up over every single person who gave me an objection, I would not be here. I would be probably suicidal somewhere. So a challenge. Okay. Look at each objection as a challenge to you as a coach, and also look at it as like, so it's kind of like a crunch challenge. So put as much effort into it as if you were trying to hit Success Club from that very person. Like it is 11 o'clock at night on the last day of the month, and that person, you need them to get signed up for, them, yes, but for you to hit your goals, for your family, for your income, whatever you need. Maybe that's dinner going on the table for your family. Like a lot of these top coaches that have shared on the wake up calls, like I didn't have a choice. Like that was dinner for my family the next week. My boys weren't eating if I didn't. And we have to have that why power ourselves in our businesses. So, that was Lorette. She said she got kicked off the call. Hopefully she can get back on. So we have to put as much effort into each person and not just be like, okay, I'll have a nice life. Because they need us to be, you guys. They need us to be, and we need to be. So act like everything depends on that person and really go to bat and batting that against them. Okay, so let's talk about the most common that you're going to get. And this is where you guys are probably going to want to take some notes and maybe send off some of these in messages to people that you're getting objections from, or when you get them. I will try to like screenshot this too and put it under the call for you guys, or whatever, download the slides or something. But okay, biggest one, I don't have the money. Stephanie Masker, where are you? She's probably gonna listen to this and call back and be like, what? This is all she got. So, why? Okay, so the first thing is I gave you 5 bullet points, some reasons why you're gonna get this, or ways, I'm sorry, not reasons why, but what you can do about it. So you break down the cost, first of all, when you get this. Here's just an example. Well, you are in luck because this time or this month, the program is on a super special. It's $160 total for a scale program that would include our workout programs, meal plans, portion containers, on-demand access to the program we ever created, challenge group, one-on-one support from me, which Beachbody sells at a ticket price of $190. Shakeology, our superfood shake that is part of the program for your first 3 days, is typically $130 by itself. A shaker cup, and I think I do the double shaker cup. Anyways, and all that signed up for a business for free, which is usually $40. So it's a huge deal and a huge savings. I always break down the price for people. I always have, not in this exact words, but you guys have seen my script and in the addressing price that I use a lot. And I absolutely do tell people because I want them to know how much money that they're saving. And you can even add that up if you're a math person. I've done that too. And let them know. So that helps. Everybody wants to feel like they're getting a deal, right? If you drive by a store and you see that there's some big sale, or you get an email that it gets your attention, right? Everybody wants to save money. Number 2, sounds great, but I don't have the money right now. How many of us get that? We've all gotten that, right? So I totally understand how you feel. I felt that way too. And girls, don't say this if you didn't. If you're, living in, the islands and you got a yacht and all that stuff and you got money coming out the wazoo, then don't tell people that this was your story. This was mine. So I felt that way too. And remember, obviously you can see one of the best ways to handle objections is the feel, felt, found method. So I use that all the time. And so I am telling her that's how I felt. But this is what I found. So I found that this has actually saved me money. And that's in my addressing price script as well. You guys can see my own exact wording. But I no longer have a monthly gym membership that I hardly whatever. I save money on sweets and junk because I don't buy that stuff anymore thanks to the shake curbing my cravings. I have my shake at time crunch, so I no longer put money on dry fruits and coffees. And the program not only covers the cost of my shakes, but makes my family an extra $1,500 a month. Again, share whatever your story is. Even if you're just saying, hey, I'm filling my gas tank every month. I mean, I just started coaching and I'm not only covering my own product, but I'm helping other people get healthy and I'm doing whatever. So share your story. But obviously that's a good way to go about it as well. Worst case scenario. So some people are just like, that we want to kind of pinpoint it for them that what's the worst that's going to happen here. So to be honest, when I decided to sign up, I knew that if it didn't work out and I didn't love the program, shake group, or think coaching was for me, I could just cancel my account. And the worst thing was that, that would happen is that I tried a new shake. I got a workout I can do forever. And at least I can say that I tried and I got a little healthier. Not a bad thing. Ha ha ha. So I'm sure you can notice that kind of feel like I'm just talking to somebody. That's what people feel like in my message. I'm just being really a very staged thing or a scripty thing, really. But that's the worst thing that's going to happen. You're going to have tried something. And for me, that is what put me over the edge, which I'll share right here. So the 30-day money back guarantee. This is huge. We need to post about this more. We need to share about this more. It's insane. It's for every program, every product we've ever had. So if someone says to me, like, I'm not really comfortable spending that money because I just don't know if it's going to work for me. Trust me. I get it. I don't know if you've seen my story before, but the 30-day money-back guarantee is actually what pushed me over the edge to try it myself. I'm a very indecisive person by nature, and I never wanted to commit to anything I didn't know would be for me. But knowing that I could try a challenge group, a program, even coaching, and of course the shake and send it all back for a full refund if I didn't love it, made me feel so much better about taking the leap. You could say something again silly like, so then I realized I had nothing to lose, and that is true. So again, I'm kind of speaking to myself, but it's helping them see themselves in that. Last one is priorities comparison. So we got to kind of put things in perspective for them and help them see, where their priorities are. So hi, Lorette, I'm glad you got back on. I didn't really know what happened. A lot of people think that this is a really high upfront cost, right? So what we're going to get. They might, okay, hold on. Before I lose you guys, 1 second. I got to plug this in. Hold on. I'm here. I'm back. Where do I have an outlet? Where else?
I have like an outlet. It's awful.
It's one of those stupid things. Oh, there we go. I almost just broke my finger. And I'm legitimately covered in sweat right now from that ordeal. Okay. Okay. All right. Check this out. I was in a group with Carl Deichler, and I just got my shirt in the mail today. So it says, I'm here to help, because from his big I'm here to help group, and it's got like a Team Beach Party thing on the back. I just literally love how this man gives free stuff away all the time. Okay. So last one, priorities. Yeah, a lot of people think it's high cost up front, because it is up front, but it is actually saving money in the long run. I was paying so many useless fees at the gym and rarely getting there, or whatever's for you. Or buying cheap little DVDs like that I didn't use, because a lot of people do that, like Jillian Michaels, whatever. They pay $5, $10 to get something used, and they don't do it. Why? Because they didn't put much on the line. It doesn't matter if it's only $5. Who cares? And because this stuff was pretty cheap, I never really committed. There just wasn't much on the line, But when I finally decided to go all in and invest in myself and stop trying to be cheap about it, you better believe having $140 or $160 on the line pushed me to get the best results possible, get my money's worth out of it. That's when I made it a priority. These are just kind of examples that I hope you guys see. All of this is just to get the wheels turning and let you guys see some examples of ways that you can talk to people. Okay. Where did I put the title for this? I don't know what I did, but I know that money is tight for people, for everybody. It always is, right? But it doesn't have to be. That's what the coach opportunity is here for. So if there's anybody who feels like they can't afford this, I always present that discount opportunity. I let them know that they can sign up. So there's a couple of things. You can tell them that they can invite 3 or 4 friends or family members to do this with them, and their challenge pack is paid for. And how you handle that is up to you. You can sign up their friends or family member under you and send them the check for the commissions, transfer them the money, or you can have them sign up as a coach and help them get the My EFT set up and sign those people up under them, which is way better, because that's going to build your business and help you hit diamond and whatever else. But like, for example, like Renee with your husband, like if he had a couple friends that wanted to join him or something, way better for you to put it under him and help him get to like emerald or something, because you're then halfway to diamond. So never forget about how you're helping people, but at the same time it's helping you too. So I always present that opportunity to people when and I plug them into the coach to be different. because that's the beauty of this is I started day one as a challenger and a coach, and here I am. I had no experience. I had never tried a group. I didn't try the shake. I had no idea if this would work for me, but what I had was crazy Y power, and that was all that I needed. So if you've got somebody that's there like that, that's all they need to. And money's always going to be tight, you guys. So that's something I've started to share. If we have a second at the end, if anybody wants to hang on, I can show you a couple of my conversations that I've had with people. And one of them